Welcome back to Backyard Cars, and today, well, we're going to attack the interior on Money Pit, and it's not going to be fun. No, maybe it is. Probably not. I got junk here. Let's get into this. So the goal is to patch some of these little holes that we got in here. You know, sand, wire brush, or whatever, and rust reform, and try and take care of some of the other issues that are in here. You know, like get some seats in it and stop the fumes from getting in it. And try to get, you know, some of this raggedy stuff taken care of and see what we got, you know, up inside of this joker. And yeah, so I guess let's start by, I've already got some of these panels off. Let's start by getting the rest of the panels off of the roof and getting the headliner off. And these raggedy things and some of these brackets that are not good, you know, just get them out of here and see what we're working with, you know. All right, well, it's not, I mean, look at that. It's not good. That's what I'm trying to say. We gotta stop all this junk. Oh, you can be the first to see here. I just pulled this loose. See what we got behind her. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. I got a little mouse house. She's been riding along with us a little bit. He, she, whatever it is. All right, well, one step at a time. I've really been dreading this because it's a lot of work. A lot of work that I don't necessarily want to do. But we got to make it a little more appealing inside here. Try to fix up on some of this old junk. Come on. Yeah. Why aren't you coming out of there? What is the... Okay. Appreciate... I probably need a mask on because this is not... It's not good on the mouthpiece, you know? We can sand on that, redo it. That's metal. A lot of this stuff is plastic and it's so brittle, there's probably not going to be any saving it. The headliner ain't in bad shape, but it hangs pretty rough. And I don't like it. I don't know what my son thinks about it. But I'll tell you, I'm not a fan. Got dead wasps in the dash. I wonder how they got there. Alright, well, enough talk. I'm going to turn you around and start getting on this other side. At least I got a seat over here. It's actually the passenger seat that we rigged up all the tracks we could rig to get it to fit. But my son went and bought some brand new from the Jungle warehouse. Some seats, and well, they're probably too big. And I'll have to make brackets. And my son has this great idea that he likes to restore cars. But really what he likes to do is buy parts and sit on them until Dad restores the car. And I'm a sucker. And I like old cars, so I just do it. Whoa, I wore more than I... Oh, that's not good. Why is there rust everywhere? Why can't there just be one patch, you know, that's not real rusty? And a mask before I get Hanta. Uh-oh, let me get out from underneath this. Okay. They're just little plastic clips that are no good. I'm sure they're all break. Oh, well. Well, two broke. One probably should have broke, but that's all I'm saying. Now this one here, this side, we actually saved the seatbelt on. Well, I don't know about saved, but it works now, you know? It's really beat up. But at least it works. Okay. Well, it ain't in too bad a shape. Oh, that hurt my finger. Looky there. Who'd have thunk it? Oh, coming in. You know, when I was a kid, this would have been no problem, but getting into your mid-40s, this is not, you know, what the heck is going on here? Oh, it's just so much. Everywhere you turn. When you get old, it's hard to just flex around inside of things. I know, mid-40s ain't old, but, you know, when you think you're 20, mid-40s is old. I cut my finger. Don't do that. I mean, you cut your finger in here and you gotta get a damn tetanus shot. Oh yeah, that's definitely no good. Is that piece back there part of the... I don't know. Lost a screw? Yeah! Alright. I mean, that's my headliner, I think. Oh, not my headliner, but that's his headliner. And then this is funny. I want to show you this because this always blows my mind every time I see this. Get you turned around here. See this wire? You look at this wire here and you say to yourself, man, somebody just wired in the dome light with an extension cord. But you want to know something funny is, well, that's factory. Since like 72, this is what they did. They just cut the, you know, the lamp cord, and, you know, they were saving parts. They went around to all the old lamps in the office building and just cut the cords out and wired them in for dome lights. It's a factory deal, I'm telling you. You think I'm joking? Go look at your Chevelle, your Camaro, anything. It's got this, I don't know. I mean, it worked. And it's still working now, 40 years later, so we'll just let it be. All right, let's get this headliner out of here. I know it's a funky angle, but I'm trying to see what's going on, right? Uh-oh. Coming down. Oh, that was power. I don't know if this fits out of this car. You might have to turn it and go right over your head over there, guys. Okay. Yep. Oh! Look out. Hold it up. I mean, what are you doing? Just watching me? All right. Okay. Here I was thinking he was going to help. Hard to find quality help these days. Oh, this is not good. Oh. Okay, well, what does that look like up there? Well, there's no dome light. I knew that. What are all these bubbles on the roof for? It looks like they spray painted it with water droplets. Can you see that? I don't understand. What is it? Is he just going to slide out, or is this one going to be screwed in? Oh, we're stuck under the thing up here. Okay, yeah, Oh, that was my thumb. Oop. Okay, no mice over there. Well, I think I got the ready to pull this back seat out. Grab a couple tools. Let's see what kind of fun lurks behind this thing. I don't know if you can see all that dust in the air, but it is not good in here. It comes out and up, right? Out. And up. Nope. Nope. There's one. That was easy, right? Yeah. Okay, a little bit of mouse house. Okay. That joker ate an entire hole in the seat. He was living in my seat. He was living, let me see. Let me show you here. He was living right up in this cut right here. He's just hanging out, living his best life in the back seat of my... Oh, look at the factory burn marks in the seat. Look, that joker was hungry. Okay. Well, that don't look as bad as I was thinking it was gonna. Okay. I think we're at a point of vacuuming now and kind of cleaning up the junk that we got so that we don't die of hand, foot, and mouth disease or something. I don't see any reason why I should pull that off of there. I should probably definitely take this fuzzy stuff off the back here. You almost got me. Yeah, let's take that fuzzy stuff off. Get these pieces of wood out of here, huh? Trim. This is all my rear window trim. The outside. Well, that's not too bad. I was thinking that was going to be rotted out too. Why would you beat the speaker holes out? I don't know. Stop it, guys. I know, it was probably done in 1987. So the guy could have some boom booms in here. All right. That looks like a little moldy forest, but that looks better than that other junk, I guess. We can do something to cover that. You know, kind of make it look a little better for now. All right, well. Yeah. I'm guessing it's vacuum in time now. Vacuum, wire brush, vacuum again. Then we're going to cut some holes out, you know, kind of square them up and get them so that we can weld in there. And I got two rear seat bolts. This one is snapped off down in there, and this one's snapped off with just the top sticking out. Maybe I can clean up around it real good. Set a nut down on there, weld the nut to it and back it out. Maybe. I mean, if I can't, that's going to become an issue. This one here, I think there's enough of it sticking off the bottom of it, and it's broke off down in there enough that I think I can weld a nut on the bottom of it and just run it all the way through. Probably a bad call, but I do have a tap and die. You know, I can re-tap that bolt. But we got to get that bolt out, or that piece of broken bolt out, and this piece of broken bolt out too. And that'll allow us to start working on this seat. I think I'm going to do half. I'm going to sand on, let's see. Let's think this through. Let's think it through just a little bit. Because we still like to drive the car a little bit, and I might not get it all finished in a day or two. I want to leave the driver's seat in it for right now. So I'm going to try and do this whole half and the back. Get all the patches patched and sanded and floors fixed and painted. Rust reformed, not painted. Rust reformed. Protected. I guess. I don't know. I like the Rust Reformer. They don't even sponsor me. Listen, they don't sponsor me. I just like Rust Reformer. I've used a lot of products, and for the money, the Rust Reformer works. And I've used it many places, and I've tested it on things, and it works good. And if you want to go the extra level, paint over top of that Rust Reformer, and it's solid. And I would love if Rust-Oleum would sponsor me, but I'm nobody, so they're not sending me nothing for free. And I haven't used the Pour 15. It's expensive, guys. I don't know. I saw some tests where it didn't perform very well either. I just thought, I don't know. I've used the Rust Reformer and it works. So that's my go-to. And you've seen it in the Monty. I mean, that was a year ago I sprayed the interior and, well, it looks pretty good still. No rust is coming back. Man, it's rough back here. Did you see the back windowsill? Look at this. That's pretty rough right there. I mean, can I get that screw out? I got part of it. We'll save on it. I mean, look at that. That's going to need some attention. We get that rear window out. And it's not too bad, really. There's just one panel on the back that's ate up, and I'm sure we can kind of patch and replace on some of this. It ain't too bad through here. The other side looks pretty good. You know, I mean, it ain't great, but it's all right. All right, that's enough talking. I do a lot of talking, apparently. But that's what I noticed. Some of the guys on YouTube, they talk more than I do. I don't like to hear myself. But I kind of got to let you know what I'm thinking, right? Do you care what I'm thinking? I mean, I don't care what I'm thinking. I just think out loud. All right. I'm going to get a coffee. Take a 5-minute break. And then I'm going to vacuum. And who wants to see? You don't want to see vacuuming. So, that's where we're at. I might try and pull it over into the carport because the sun is about to breach the tree behind me. And when it breaches that tree, we're in Florida, fella. It's like jumping in an oven when the sun's on you. So, BRB. Well, here we are in the shaded area. And we're going to start cutting out some of these old rusty patch pieces and things and try to get it to a point where we can, start welding some stuff in. It's pretty bad. But luckily I got a trusty old plasma cutter. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I think we're good. Let's see, huh? Shall we? Safety goggles, right? Okay. Let's hope we don't burn the car down. I think I have a fire extinguisher somewhere. Better go find that first, huh? Let's just get this one blown out real quick. Don't think I got anything here that... maybe. Alright, we'll just be careful, huh? We're just trying to square them up and get a little bit of that rusty edge off that's on there. And This one might be a little bit dangerous considering the transmission is right in behind there. So I'm going to try and go as quick as possible and hopefully we don't burn this joker down. I might have went too quick. I might have went too quick on that. You see smoke? You see any smoke? No? Okay. I'm just saying, I'm trying not to burn my car down is all I'm saying. Got that one. Got that. Got our square up there. Little chunk there. Looks like we got all that. Uh-oh, what was behind that right there? Almost caught a wire. Alright, let me get set up and we're going to cut this out right here. We got to cut it out because there's no saving it. And then we're going to patch panel that. And then maybe we'll find this bracket somewhere that we can just weld back on top after the fact. But, I mean, it's pretty beat up in here, so. Alright, well, let me get set up again. Ow! Alright. Open hole. There's like rubber or something on that I'm gonna have to get out of my face. Ow! do we got over here? Looks like we got brake lines right up underneath this. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. There's brake lines and fuel lines and you name it underneath this one. Might be having a patch right on top of that. I don't know what is over here. This is our last hole that we're going to get before we swap up, but there's lines here and here. Looks like brake and fuel. Yeah, probably so. That's definitely fuel line or brake, fuel return and forward. And it's laid right up against the damn chassis right there. I'm so scared. I don't want to blow my car up or myself, so I think I'm gonna play it smart. And maybe we'll just put a piece over top and weld it down on there. That way we're not playing with fire. You know what I mean? Because it could get real out of hand real quick. There's another little hole up under here. We can't really get anything under this seat or that upper floorboard until we got this seat out. So I plan on patching all these holes here and getting all this done before we take this seat out and restart on that, you know, front driver's side right there. I don't know what that was to, but we're going to save it because who knows? We might come across the answer. Well, I'm in here doing the grinding around these panel things and just kind of cleaning up the metal enough to get something to weld to, and it's making a heck of a mess. So here we go. No bueno. Maybe she's more rotted out back here than I thought, huh? Oh yeah, it's dusty in here, but that's way worse than I thought. That might require a little more work on that one. A little more hiding. I don't know. See what happens when you think you got it? When you think you got it, then you put the fire to it and you don't have nothing. You ain't got nothing. I don't want to keep going and going. I mean, where's the stopping point? You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to do what you can do, you know? I mean, you just keep going and going and going. Before you know it, you're putting a whole floor in it. And, you know, this is not concourse restoration, guys. This is not dying while you're driving restoration, you know? Just trying to keep the fumes outside of the car a little bit. Well, I got a bunch of the panels cut and, you know, halfway welded in. The floors are so thin in this car. I cut out all those spots and put the rust, you know, the floor's so thin from the rust all around those holes that as I started welding in, it just burned the edges out. Before you know it, I'm welding holes that I didn't have. Let me get you in real quick and show you my horrible welding and my terrible patch panels. Yeah, I gotta come back and grind them all, but we got the panels in, and you know, yeah, I mean, look, that is horrible, but what could I do? As I started welding around the little thing, it just kept eating the metal out. So and then it is what it is. We'll come back in, we'll grind it down best we can, and I still got a finish over here. And I got that one, and then I'm wire brushing. As I'm wire brushing on it, you know, trying to get it all cleaned up real good. See, like I got it matched up pretty good, button it up. But as I weld on this metal just deteriorates. And as you can see, I was wire brushing and more of the floor came apart here. So, it's horrible. But it's going to work. I mean, we're going to get them filled in and good enough, and then we'll make sure there's no holes. And see, same thing here. As I was wire brushing, the floor just come apart on me there. But it is what it is, so we just keep plugging away and doing what we can do. I'm going to get the rest of these panels here plugged in, and I got to get up there and finish that one. I just kind of tacked it in place, but I need someone here for that because it's right over the tranny, and well, someone needs to be out here watching so I don't burn the whole rig down. But that's where we're at so far. I know you probably would want to see the cut, but you saw me cut it out with the plasma cutter, and I did the same thing with these pieces of metal. Just use my plasma cutter and bzz, 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 and we're all good. But we won't have holes in the floor. It ain't gonna look very good, but you know, it's good enough for us. So, I guess I'm running out of time tonight. I got some things I gotta do, and I'm in charge of the youngins. So I gotta put on my dad cap and go inside and do the daddy thing. So probably tomorrow when I get done with my normal job, I'll get back on this. It's great. It's wonderful. I mean, what can you do besides just keep plugging along, you know? Plans never go like you want. So that's where we're at. Just keep plugging away. So it's wire brushing time. Hang in there like swimwear. I don't know, can you see what I've got going on over here? Probably not. I just gotta keep rolling and rolling. So, I just want to say that the proper way to do this probably would have been to cut, you know, the whole floor pan out and buy a floor pan and then overlap it just a ½ inch or something. You know what I mean? Spot weld, you know, drill out the edge and spot weld all the way around. That's the proper way. And I figured, well, I don't want to spend any money, so I used scrap metal. But I tell you, that's a lot of work. It's 3 times the work that if you just bought the panel, you know? But sometimes you don't have that option. You just got to do what you got to do. So, that's where we're at. And, well, I got a lot of time, but I don't have a lot of money. So, we're just doing what we could do, you know? And by the time you get on some rust reformer and, you know, some bed liner or something, and then some Dynamat, well, you won't even know that I did all this. I guess unless you look underneath. But let's try and stay out from underneath. Hopefully I get my son to bring some welding wire or I'm gonna have to take an hour to go get some welding wire, and I'm probably not finishing this then. Well, now that I've scrubbed and welded and sanded and wire brushed and painted and did all these things in million-degree heat, I'm 3/4 of the way done. Let me get you in here because I did a bunch, and I'll catch you up on, where we're at. So, and I cheated, I cut a bunch of corners. Let's take a look. This is what she's looking like now. Nice and painted. And holes, most of the holes, fixed. And, well, we're going to leave the booger welds. I decided not to grind them because, well, the floor pan has to be replaced anyway. And I'm not going to waste all my time grinding on patches that really need to be cut out and repaired correctly. So we're just going to do the right thing and leave it like it is. And, spray some bed liner on it and throw some floor mats down and pretend it looks perfect. But it does look much better. I mean, how well you can see. It's all one color and pretty free of holes. We still got a couple little ones in here that you're just not going to be able to do much with, And then I still got to get up here. Well, I mean, that's what it looked like. So, this is looking much better. All the way around, up the back. We even got up in the back here and got some rust reformer on, some nasty rust there. And now I'm set up to put some rails down here, make sure they fit, get prepared to see how a seat fits. And I got to take the driver's seat out and do the same on the floor up there. So I'm not done, but we're moving in the right direction, And I don't know if you can see over there, we cleaned up that door and made it brand new. It was looking like this one, and we'll have to do this one too, but I'm exhausted now. So yeah, accomplished, huh? Actually, I think I'm going to get these brackets tomorrow. We'll get those brackets bolted in and try and fit that seat and see what we got to do to mount that in, and that'll give us a good idea of what we got to do on this side. And yeah, well, it could be better. I mean, but what do you want from me? I'm just a guy, with some tools. I don't even have a shop. Well, here we are with some seat brackets. And I spent, about 30 minutes sizing this up and bending it and marking it and trying to get them in there so we can get the new seat in. And I still have a lot of work, and it's Friday at 3 o'clock. So I'm kind of pressed for time, and she's not going to get finished today. That's for sure. I mean, we ain't doing the rest of this all in a couple hours and getting it edited and downloaded in time, but I mean, here's where we are. So I got these brackets set up, and I'm going to pick them up from here. Well, I'll leave these ones here. I'm going to go show you the other seat deal. We're going to try and test fit a seat, and I'll show you the seats we're going to use, and maybe they'll line up. I did the math about the best I could, and I'm not good at math, but they're lining up. As you can see, the holes are in there, and I did end up getting those 2 studs out of those holes. So all 4 holes are going to bolt down over here, and of course I got to copy these to get that seat done. So let's grab these rails. Nope, I said that again. We're going to leave these rails here. We're going to go over to the trailer workbench area. I'm going to show you the seats and kind of do a test fit, see how these brackets are going to line up. Alright, so we got our angle irons here that we cut up, and I did you know, the right thing. Barely measured anything, just kind of eyeballed it. And well, that's where we're at, huh? So, I think if I remember right, I gotta get these. The rail's too small for these seats. So these have got to go on the sides like that, down and out. So these are going to extend past, right? I don't think so, actually. I think they're too short. I don't remember what I did, to be honest with you. Let's see. I think they got to go on here like this. I don't remember. I actually cut these brackets the other day. The tracks in the car are too small. The seat is too wide. And the track's going to stop short of how far back we need to get this. So I drill these holes to the back side here so that we can get it to sit, the mount to sit forward a little bit and to the inside. We're just going to get the hardware in. Kind of see how it fits, you know? And I'll show you the seat first. Huh? I'm trying to be suspenseful, you know? Trying to set it up so you're like, what does the seat look like? Let me see what the seat looks like. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. I'm gonna do a little test fit too. You can see it in there. But this is probably gonna be, well, I know it's gonna become, it just became, really, a two-part series because I've been working hard this week on my regular 9 to 5 job. And like I said, it's like 4:30 on Friday. If I keep going, no, there's going to be no way this video gets out. And that's kind of how it goes in real life too, right? When you're wrenching on your ride, you think you're going to get it all done in time, and then something throws a, did I not have the right, I don't have any more of the right nuts. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one to go in there. I don't know. Listen, it's the multi-nut and bolt thing from the O'Reilly's Auto Parts. The O'Reilly. They got handy stuff in there, you know? I used to be an advanced auto parts guy. And then, well, they stopped stocking all the parts that I buy. I don't know why. They said my business wasn't good enough for them. I guess they don't want to stock old car stuff. Somebody's washing their car down there. I need to go get mine washed. When you're done, you can do one of mine. No? Okay. It was worth a try, right? Now we got a school bus pulling up on us. I need a wrench. I need a wrench. I know some of y'all were like, man, I wanted to see that thing finished. And you will. Just hang in there. It's just not going to happen today. Okay. Now listen, these are going to weld to the tracks in there, so don't criticize me because they're turning on me right now. Uh-oh. Why would you ratchet strap this? Oh, because this side don't have a slider on it. So now I got to get something to cut this. Great. Whoops. I cut the tie off before I hit record again. I'm not good at the whole film. I'm not a film cinematographer. I'm not one of those guys. I'm just a guy with a camera and some tools. That's what I'm saying. I really wish we could have got this done today. It's my son's car though, you know? He ain't helping me none. Well, I can't say that. When I busted out the spray paint yesterday, you know, the rust reformer, he was ready to do that. But he was not there while I was cutting and grinding. He was inside. He was hiding from me. He's hiding my car. What am I doing? Why are you making me do all this? What are these bolts all? I don't know. I thought they were supposed to be decent material, but apparently not. Alright, well, now we're on here. Those things are moving. Right? Got to center that a little bit. And now we get to test fit it in the car. I guess I got to find out which ones of these fit the car, right? Ah, let's see. Do these fit it? It appears like they do. This is part of that process where we put stuff together to take apart, to put back together, to take apart, to put back together again. I want to give a little bit of advice about this. See, you would think to yourself, well, that's an awfully long bolt to be sticking in there. And you're right, it is a little bit long. I mean, we're going to stick some washers on it, you know. But if you use a shorter bolt, let's say yay long, by the time it goes all the way through everything, none of this is sticking out of the bolt, out of the bottom of the car, you know. So in the event that that is to shear off, well, you got nothing sticking out of the bottom to get a hold of to thread it out. So you got to try and drill it out. So, I say, longer is better. Are you not feeling? We got some boogered up threads on the top or something? Oh, let's not play this game. I don't like games like this. Going in the front one? Yep. I think I'm going to have to tap that one. So we're going to crank them down where they're at. I'll get the tap in a minute. Because I want to test this seat. You see I'm already sweating. It's like 96 degrees in the sun here today. To, you know, view the seat. So, we got it just kind of sitting in here. And I'm going to pull the plastic off so you can kind of get an idea of what she's going to look like. We're real close. The tracks and everything. Let's get you down here. See how close I am to actually mounting up. I mean, we're dead on the money, so all I got to do is level the seat and kind of get it where we want it. I don't know, can you see that? How that's there? And then I'll have to trim up on these because they're going to stick out in front of the seat a little bit. So we'll probably take this edge off right here so that, you know, we're not stabbing ourselves on those things. Just run that back. We'll be good. You know, clean it up best we can, paint them up. But that's it. That's in there. And then let's pull this plastic off so we can see this seat. Can I get this? Can I get the plastic off with one hand? Woo-wee! That boy got some fancy seats, huh? They came from the Jungle website. Man, it is so hot outside. Can we? There you go. We got a wider view. Huh? Pretty jazzy. Sure beats the old raggedy blue seat. And it looks like, I mean, this one is in the position that he rides in, so it looks like we can move that. He's a little taller than I am. It looks like we can probably move that up a little bit before we mount him up. But that's not a bad looking seat. Right? I mean, can you even see it with the sun? I mean, what in the world? Not a bad looking seat. And it looks like everything's going to mock up real well. Yep. So that's what we're looking at. So guys, that's where we're at. And I'm gonna end it here so I can try and get this video out to you guys tonight. Maybe. Probably not. But I'm gonna try like hell. And it's on the other side of the square body. We're gonna keep continuing on it. I mean, I gotta make those brackets and whatnot, so next Friday, maybe we can finish it up. I'm sure we're gonna get it done this week. Coming up next Friday, it'll be finished. I don't know. I mean, things may happen. I could have a heat stroke in this Florida sun and not finish it for a month. But we're gonna try real hard. I appreciate you watching and commenting and liking, and sometimes I even appreciate you harassing me. At least you're watching, right? All right. Criticizing is as good as commenting. You know, either you like it or you don't like it, but you're still reacting. All right, man. Hope you're stoked as I am. I know my son's gonna be happy. I sent him some pictures. He's working hard at the parts counter right now. Probably not. He's probably sitting in the AC, twiddling his thumbs. What are you guys working on? I mean, comment down there. Shoot me a picture of what you're doing. I don't know. One of you guys, I know one of you guys are bummed out just like I am. Get your little Mopowers. Haha. All right. Appreciate it. I'm gonna see what you guys are doing tonight. Take care.